Hi, welcome to the Breaking the Chains channel. My name is Ty Whitman, and simply put, what we do here is focusing on making our lives and the world around us a little bit better. What I want to do in this video today is walk you through the back end of WordPress. Now, the whole purpose of this video is not to give you an in-depth tutorial to WordPress. This is for people that are like, I just started WordPress and I don't even know where to start, or for people that are like, I'm thinking of trying WordPress and I want to see what it looks like. So we're going to cover the very basics, and I'm going to walk you through the back end and the dashboard of it. If you are totally new to even the idea of building a website, you might want to check out a couple of my other videos first. One of them is web hosting and web building platforms, Wix and Squarespace versus WordPress. The other one is setting up a Bluehost hosting account and installing WordPress. This would be kind of like the third video in a series if you were following that. But if you're brand new and just want to take a look at WordPress, or if you just started it already and want to say, how do I even get started and what does this stuff do? This is the place for you. So let's go ahead and hop right into things. This is the dashboard on the back end of WordPress. And I'm going to go down a couple of these things and walk you through setting up the very basics of a website. First off, if you look at the top right here where my cursor is, this where it says Breaking the Chains, that's actually the name of the website. This is where you toggle back and forth. See, if I highlight over that, it says Visit Site underneath it. If you click that mouse and then click on Open Link in New Tab, you can actually go and take a look at the website. I kind of recommend keeping it open in a new tab. At least I like to as I work, so I can kind of go back and forth without having to go back to the dashboard, back to the website. This was a very simple website that I started up years back. The main purpose of it was hosting a podcast of mine. So I just hosted the podcast here. I'm actually doing a complete rebrand of this website, and I'll show you a little more about that as we go forward. So that's where you would toggle back and forth between the back end, where you would actually do your setting up of the website, and the front end, where you would actually see your website or what other people will see. The home page, the next one down, is basically the exact same thing as the dashboard. Here's the dashboard. There's the home page. They're basically the exact same thing. And if you're new, you don't really need to worry about this right off the bat. This is pretty much just where you get your news, your information regarding a theme that you might have or plugins that you might have installed, and that type of thing. And if you don't know what a theme is or what plugins are, don't worry. We're going to work on that as we go down the list. What I want to talk about first, let's say you just set up a website and you're right here. The first thing you need to do is you need to set up a theme. A theme is kind of like a skin or a rough design for how your website is going to work. So you're going to go to Appearances down here and then click on Themes. One of the most difficult things about WordPress in the beginning is picking a theme, a skin that you want to use. And there are a lot of different things that you can do. It's also one of the nice things about WordPress is that there's thousands of different themes that you can pick. What we're going to do today is we're going to work with one of the most basic installs that WordPress provides themselves. They have different themes. This is 2010. That tells you how long ago it was that I set up my website, because that's actually what I'm using. And every year WordPress comes out with a theme of their own. 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. You can see over here, here's actually WordPress 2011, 2015, 14, 19, 13. Those are the ones that I've had installed to check out. And you can go back and forth and look at that. Like I said, for purposes today, we are going to just work with this most basic theme of WordPress. How you would install that theme, if you, let's say you wanted to find one here, you would just search, where are you going to go here? Themes. Click on that again. Go to Add New. And this is the marketplace, and you can try all different kinds of things. Let's take a look at, this is the one that I have installed. Here's one called Create Magazine. I don't have it installed, but I can click on Preview, and that one really sucks. Doesn't show you much of a preview. Let's go back to the themes I had already installed, because here's one that I actually like. As far as a paid theme is concerned, this is one called Tortuga. I used that on another website of mine, and I'm really happy with it. They have a free theme, and they also have a paid version of it. Just to give you an idea, I used the paid version of that one. It was like $80, and it came not with this theme, but with like a whole pack of like 20 of them, and it works really, really easy to use. Just to give you an idea, here is my Breaking the Chain site that I just set up uh, for the whole purpose of podcasting. I'm working on a rebrand of this site, and here's how it looks using that Tortuga theme. Here we are over here. So this is how it looks. I'm able to have 3 different columns for the podcast. I'm able to have featured post videos on these things. I've set up a number of different tabs. Again, this page is completely under construction, but you can take a look like right here. It allows for main headings on the pages for images, and then things I can build below that. You see on the home page, I had 3 different columns, but on the other pages, it's either 1 or 2. I can break that up, and then a sidebar. I can have my media hosting here. It's a connection to Facebook and so forth. I can also have single columns along with my sidebar, and you can pretty much customize it any way you want. This is kind of a website in transition right now. It's just being built. So you can take a look at a bunch of different themes. I've built several websites using just the basic WordPress 2010 theme. And that's what we're going to use today to show you, because I don't want to confuse you with stuff. One thing I would tell you a lot is if you pay attention to a lot of people that talk about building platforms online, just my personal opinion, a lot of people talk about StudioPress themes. A lot of people talk about specific StudioPress theme called Genesis, just like that Tortuga theme that I actually use right here comes from a company called ThemeZ, and that's their actual theme called Tortuga that I use on this website. The StudioPress themes, a lot of people push that, and that's because they get affiliate income for pushing it. But I've tried the StudioPress themes. Personally, I was not a fan. I found StudioPress and I found Genesis very confusing, and much more confusing than they needed to be. This is a website I built on the 2010 theme. It's actually done pretty well. It's got a podcast on it right here, and you scroll down through the audio files. It's got a page where I've posted YouTube videos on it. I sell some online math courses through this website. I sell a study guide through this website. I have a questions page with multiple other links underneath them, a whole links page where I refer people to, well, this page trains people for state water exams and so forth, which is where I spent my career. And so I have links to every state in the United States and that type of thing there. This is another page I built. Again, you can see it's using the same theme. This is a podcast I have. One of my great passions is Hawaii, where I talk about that. And I've been able to have a YouTube tab on that and share my videos on that, and activities page and recommendations pages and so forth. And I pretty much set all these themes up using, all these websites up using the basic theme that we're going to talk about today. So let's assume, I'm going to go back for a second here, that we are using the 2010 theme. So you would just go to themes, add new, you would search 2010 over here, install, just like you would click install, and then you would click activate, and it would give you the basics of that theme. So after you were to install a theme, you would want to install some pages on that website. Right now, we're going to actually build some pages onto this older website of mine, the Breaking the Chains. You see there's just a couple of pages here. So we're going to go back on this menu. We're going to hit pages. And this is where all the active pages would show up. You can click add new here, or you can just click add new at the top. Adding pages to a website is really simple, whether this website had the 4 that we're seeing now or if it just had 1 page. We're going to just add a title here to it. I've got a couple ideas because I'm already using these from the other website. Let's have a page where we add a specific page for passive income. And this page, we're just going to write down here under construction, and we're going to publish that. It says, are you sure? and you're going to do that. Let's add another page so we just did passive income. Let's do another page and let's call it lifestyle design. Again, this is all done. It's pretty much the back end is going to be real similar no matter what theme you use, because this is a WordPress backend, but we're using WordPress theme 2010 right here. This page also under construction, and we will publish that. So now if you were to go to my website here, you see those pages are not here. They're not on the menu. We need to add those to the menu bar. We've created those pages, and by going to the pages page here, you can see they exist: passive income and lifestyle design. But we need to add them to the menu bar, and that's really easy to do. You're going to scroll down here to appearance, over here to menus, and we're going to click on that. And here's the menu. So here's the top menu. If this was just a home page, you would have said home page on it. Now we have these pages: passive income, lifestyle design, and we are going to add them to the menu. It adds them to the bottom of the menu, but I'm not super thrilled about that. I want them to be kind of closer to the top. So let's take passive income, and we're just going to scroll it up there. Let's take lifestyle design. We're going to scroll it up there, and you can see how that works. And now I'm going to save. Now if we go back to our page, we still don't exist because it's showing the old page. We hit refresh, and you can now see as soon as it refreshes that those pages now exist. So we've just created 2 pages. We've added them to our website, and they are on our menu. If you were to click on that actual page, we don't have anything on it because it would say under construction. One other thing I want to show you with relation to that menu bar, which is really simple, is you see we've created pages all in order. Let's say we want a subpage. Let's say we wanted passive income to be a subpage of lifestyle design. That's really easy here. You can see how they come all the way, or we can notch it in. See how if you look at that, and then this is notched in over there, and we would just save that as well. Now if we were to go back to this page and hit refresh it, passive income's gone. You hit lifestyle design, and passive income would be a subheading under that. So let's say you wanted passive income to be one aspect of lifestyle design. Let's say you had 3 or 4 different things. You could list them all that way if you want. Me personally, I'm pretty basic. I'm just a fan of having everything separate like that. So we have set up a theme. We've set up a page. Let's talk about how to add some things to that page now. Let's add a little bit of media. Okay, here's a page. Let's pick the, oh, I don't like that. Let's refresh it. Now we've got our passive income page back. And let's work on that. So I want to work on the passive income page. We're going to go back to pages here, and we're going to find the passive income page. You can click on that. You click on the page, it does the same thing. When you work in WordPress, it uses what's called a block editor. So you choose a style for what's different kinds of blocks. So this is a page right here. Right now we've created that. It says under construction. I'm going to make that go away. When you just hit return, it automatically creates one. But let's make that go away. So we're going to click on this right here. We're going to remove that block. And now we've got a basic page here. Now we want to add something. So we hit that, and we have a whole list of different things that we can add. We can add paragraph, which is just text, a list, an image, headings, media, and a text. What I want to do now is, let's see if we can find it here, a short little gallery. These are common blocks. Okay, here's a gallery. And you can go down and see all kinds of other things. These are things that relate to the formatting and so forth. So let's say we want a gallery. Now we are going to add some pictures into this. This is our media library right here. If we click on this, it's going to take us to the same place. These are some photos that I had already uploaded on this website. It's really simple to upload the photos. You would actually just click upload files, and then if you're choosing them off your computer, you choose off your hard drive and click them and uploads them right up. So it's actually pretty simple to do. Let's choose a few different pictures for this gallery. I want that one, I want that one, and I want, that's still chopped. Let's make that one go away. I want that one, and I want that one. Three pretty pictures right there. Create a new gallery. That's my gallery. Yep, let's insert the gallery. So now my page has these three photos on it. You want to preview what it's going to look like. And here you go. So we've created passive income. I'm not trying to make it look like we're selling a lifestyle here, but that's what the page would look like. Now, let's add some text onto that, right? So we can upload a new image. Let's hit enter on that, or go right below that, or click below it. That's our first block. Let's create a text block. So you're going to add a block, paragraph, and we can add text in here. Since it doesn't matter what we say, I'm just going to randomly pull some text off another page. If you click and hold your mouse down and highlight up anything, it highlights anything. So I'm just grabbing this. Control C will copy it. And that's not a WordPress thing. That's just a basic website thing. Where the hell were we? Okay. Here we are. I had too many abs. So now we're back in this block. We put some text on there. It doesn't matter what it says, really. Click below that. We're going to hit enter. And now we have some pictures. We have some pretty text underneath that. Let's give it a preview again. So we've created this page with some images. We have this text underneath it. I want to add something else now. Okay, let's add some text with a picture. I'm kind of a fan of that. Common blocks, and what we're looking for here, formatting. What I want is text plus, here we are, text plus media. So you just click on that. Now here's the media. Again, we're going to go to that library. I can upload it if I want, but I like to keep things in the media library. So we're going to go there. We're going to pull another image. Hey, Billy. Here's my friend Billy fishing. So let's pull Billy in there. Oh, by the way, I can move Billy to the left or to the right. As we had him before, we'll have Billy on the left. Put that in as a paragraph, and there we go. So let's preview what we've done here. As you can see, I'm not even a super pro, and it's been this easy. So we have installed a theme. We've chose the 2010. We're going to install that. That's if you would start with your basic thing. We've added some pages, lifestyle design page. We've added the passive income page. I've added some images. We've added some text, and we've added another image with some text. If I wanted to go ahead and publish that site, I would just hit update. And now if somebody's looking at my website right now, they're thinking, what the hell is going on this website? And we're clicking through our pages. You can see we added the lifestyle design page, and this would be how the passive income, that's actually live. If you're on my site right at this moment, that is what it would look like. Let's say you decided you don't want those pages. You want to delete those pages. And I'm going to do that right now because I'm done for illustration purposes. We're going to go back to our pages. Passive income, I'm just going to hit trash. Lifestyle design, going to hit trash. If you go to this page, it's going to say it's not found because it's gone. But you can see now it is off the website, and we're kind of right back where we started from. And actually that page looks really pretty. I'm looking forward to building some stuff when I rebrand this site. So that's some of the basics about actually navigating a page, grabbing a theme. A couple of other things I want to show you regarding the back end of WordPress. Appearances, we've talked about themes. That's once you do that, but you can also customize your site really, really easy. This is adding your site identity. As you can see, breaking the chains, the title right here, tagline, making our lives and the world we live in better, comes up over here on this particular theme. You can hide that. You can make a site icon, and what that does is it shows up right here. Like, for example, my other website, I've added the site icon, and you can see on the menu bar, you get your little logo that shows up. I've not done that with any of these WordPress themes. Really, you don't really need to. Colors are real easy. You can change the color just by doing that. The color around the background. I'm just not going to save it, so we can do that. Let's go back here. The header image, I can change that just like that. Let's change something that matches the purple. These are pictures that I already had, and if you wanted to pull them, you just say add new image, and it pulls it straight up out of your menu. Let's grab this one right here. It's going to say select and crop, but it would only give me like a little piece right there. Crop the image, and see, there we go, like that. So you can change your header image, you can change your color, you can have a background image if you want, which I've never been a big fan of. Let's choose this image and see how it shows up in the background. It's kind of a cool look, actually. Looks like we are totally lost in the jungle here. The menus, we talked about that. That's how we created the menu for up here. The widgets. Widgets are how you set up the things, for example, in the sidebar. These would be a primary widget area, a secondary widget area. This site doesn't have a whole lot of stuff, but the other ones I would have, say, my Facebook pages. For example, this would be a widget area right here. The sidebar, this was one where it ties in with the Facebook page for breaking your chains. I have my recent posts over there. If you want to add a customized thing for like a sign-in list, you can add all that, and you can put them in all different places. Some themes give you different options. This theme actually gives me options of having widgets at the top, widgets on the left side, widgets on the right side. WordPress 2010 keeps it a little more simple than that. I am lost. Okay, here we are. And I'm going to exit out of here. It's going to say the changes will be lost, and thank God, because we just messed around like kids been playing on that stuff. So you can play around with the menu bar and do a lot of things. Plugins are something very unique to WordPress. WordPress comes with its basic framework, but you can add a bunch of different plugins to it, and what they are is strips of code that customize your website to do certain specific things. For example, these are plugins. I don't like to go crazy plugin on my site, but these are plugins that I like to use a lot. Blueberry, and look how it's spelled, Blubrry. It's really easy to screw that up in the beginning. When I first looked for it, I couldn't find it forever. PowerPress, that's something that specifically if you want to have a podcast, this plugin adds all the settings and everything. It makes it so easy to have your podcast added to your site. Google XML Sitemaps is a very, very good plugin. As you can see, it improves SEO using sitemaps for best index. Hey, here's the bottom line. It helps Google find your site a lot better. It helps you rank a lot better. Login Lockdown is a plugin that I really, really like a lot. If somebody tries to log into my site and they have X amount of incorrect logins, I can lock them out for X amount of time. I have my settings set really, really strictly on this one. If I fail to log in properly after 4 times, I'm locked out for 24 hours. And I do that because they have bots just trolling the internet trying to hack sites. So a lot of times sites will maybe lock them out after 25 failed attempts for like 5 minutes, and it gives those bots a lot more chances at actually cracking your site. So this login lockdown, if somebody fails to log in 4 times, they can't even try again for 24 hours. Updraft plus Backup Restore, another incredible plugin that helps you provide backups for your website. And you can set them up. I have it. Where'd it go? It's going to be down here after you install it. I'll show you this one. This thing has been a lifesaver for me. It stores your backup. I'm going to click backup now, include da-da-da-da-da. You can set it up, and it's doing it right now as we're talking. But I have this set up to do it every 2 weeks automatically. You can have it set up to back up your site every day. You can have it set up to back up your site every week. You can store them on your website here. You can store them remotely. I have this one stores it on the website itself, and I'll download it manually to my computer every once in a while. I don't change this site, and this site is actually going to be going away after I completely move everything and activate this site, the new version of it in a couple of weeks here. One thing I really like with this is you can use Dropbox and just have it automatically back up and send it to your computer using Dropbox. So that is a plugin that I really, really like as well. And another plugin, these are all free plugins that I'm talking about right now. WordFence Security. It's kind of, think of it as like Norton antivirus for your website. I had one of my websites, it's a different website we haven't seen, that I use for online. I have continuing education in the water industry for people that need continuing education for drinking water certification. That got hacked one time due to a vulnerability in the software from the, it was a plugin that I used that turns your site, allows your site to have online courses on top of it. And they had a vulnerability in that, and they had come out with a update, but I hadn't done it. It was just a couple days prior. My site went down. These WordFence people completely took care of my site and gave me the premium. It was like $99. They took care of my site. They refreshed it back up, got it going. It was like Sunday night at 10 o'clock, man, and they were all over it. And then I got a year of their upgraded version. I've used their free ones on all the other sites ever since. But between Updraft, Backup, Restore, and WordFence Security, your site is hooked up. And combine that with Login Lockdown. Google XML Sitemaps, again, helps Google find your site. Add to Any. I like this a lot. If you look at the website itself, you'll see, let's go to the home page. Below the posts, people have an option of sharing this on Facebook and Twitter, by email. They can share it on all these things, Pinterest, whatever, and that plugin allows that. That just adds that to all of your posts. What else do you guys care about? Akismet anti-spam. This is a really good one if you use comments. There's a lot of bots out there that try to spam comments on people's sites, and that stops them from doing that. All these sites, all these plugins are free. There are plugins that cost money. WordFence Security, if you were going to go premium on that, that's really nice. That's the basics of what I want to go over today. And you don't need to know going all crazy, but that's what I wanted to cover. Basically, the back end, what some of these things mean, how to choose a theme, how to add a page, how to add those pages to your menu, how to rotate around on your page, how to check out your media and pull things out of your media. Let's do this real quick before I let you go. Here's my media library. Let's say I want to add something from my computer. I would just click Add New, select a file, and let's pull this house here. This is Donna Drive. This is one of my properties in Florida. Going to open that up, and that's how easy it is to add something into your media file. And then you can pull out of there and put it into any of your posts that you would like. So there you go. I hope that helped a little bit, and thank you for watching.